what I do, the talent that I have, I use it to the best of my ability, and that's all that matters. As long as you're using it to the best of your ability, you're doing what you need to do to accomplish that goal. And we are all different pieces in a puzzle that have to work within our own capacities in order for the puzzle to come together. And then once the puzzle comes together, it's a beautiful picture to behold. And then you take that picture, you frame it, and you put it on your wall of accomplishments, something that you got done, something that you did, and you feel proud about it. There are going to be times where you might fail one attempt, but you have to get up and keep trying because you learn from your mistakes. And then you know next time, I don't have to do it that way because when I did it that way last time, it didn't work out. So I'm going to do it another way. It's like when you're gaming, right? You kind of learn the levels. You didn't pass this certain level, but then you figured out what the trick was. Then once you do that trick, now you're on the next level. So you just got to apply that to same concept to your goals that you set. And by you doing that, you will be a leader as well as leading others because they're watching you.
I've been listening, and you've talked a lot about the influence of your father, who was a pastor. And my question is simply, what was the influence of faith on your leadership style and on your life in general, we could just say. But I would particularly focus on leadership in relation to your faith and how it supported your leadership style.
I would say it really taught me to see people and accept people just as they are, not to put them in a box or to say, and I know that sounds really opposite of what most people are when it comes to faith, but for me, it was not to put them in a box, not to be rigid, not to, have a checklist and then write them off. It really allowed me to see people and to hear people for what they are, what they want to be, who they are, what they're trying to really communicate, and then helping them to navigate to their goals regardless of how they looked, how they act, with any of that. I was also, I dealt with a lot of young people in my church as well growing up with the youth groups. So, I really understood that. Me and young people, we hit it off really well because I don't have a judgmental zone. My daughter says I do, but she's my daughter. But that's how it helped me. And so here at UPS, I've noticed the relationships that I've built with the employees here because I believe in helping people. I believe in whatever it is they need help in and being honest with them.
Thank you for being in this leadership dialogue with us. You mentioned throughout how you have children, and as youth, we sometimes have different opinions or beliefs than our parents do, and they may not agree with them. Is there any advice on how we could get our parents to be okay with our beliefs or our opinions?
Your parents will always think they are right because they're older, they've been through life, they've experienced it, so there's nothing you're going to say to change my mind. But as the example that I gave earlier is if you just go to them and say, I would like to express this, I don't want to offend you, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but here is here's what my beliefs or my opinion are. And then sometimes as a young person, you just got to learn how to agree to disagree. Your parents may never agree with you. And then what's funny is that when you get older and you start to experience life, you realize, oh, now I see what my parents were talking about. So there's that factor as well. But I just say when you talk to them, just be respectful. Let them know I want to be respectful, but can I just say this and then go from there.